countdown has begun and they are on their way. We should see them start to move any second now. And there we go. Alright, so first, Mushroom Zone, one of the levels we don't normally see, the flower pot level, that I like to call it. Yeah, not too much to worry about here. Pretty simple. We see that there is a 1-up there for Deer. He pretty much ignores it. Not too much going on here so far in terms of power-ups. Nothing too scary in terms of enemies. A money bag, which we always love to see because the runners have no use in that unless they want to go to the casino. Late runner unfortunately dying there. That's fine though. Very early in the run, Deer getting another money bag. Alright, so Deer pretty clearly in the lead right now. Mike right behind him. Can he get another power-up somewhere around here? No, it's just another money bag, unfortunately. So that is another side effect of the hard mode randomizer, I believe. See more money bags than you normally would, or power-ups that are just not that advantageous to you. Alright, so Deer going straight into a level where you definitely do not want to be small Luigi or small Mario. This is definitely a level where you want bunny ears and to be able to simply fly over it. Meanwhile, our other 3 runners still trying to get through this nuisance of a level, I would call it, based on what I've seen so far. Deer simply getting power-ups he does not want, either money bags or 1-ups, neither of which are useful to him. Beast coming up right behind him, and Beast also goes to the left, so he will approach the same level. Alright, so Deer does grab that midpoint. He will have to get through a pretty tough area here where there are normally sharks. We'll see how this ends up. Just more money bags here. So there is that shark down there. Very, very tough area right here. So please excuse any deaths. This is not easy to get through. Alright, so Mike also grabs that midpoint bell. He'll have to go through that same annoying area. I'm sure runners are just wishing they could find some kind of power-up besides a bunch of money bags. Okay, so Deer does sneak past that blowfish. Does need to get past this shark somehow, but god, that's such a narrow area. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. He might want to come back to this later, and he does decide to do that. So he will move on up to the space zone and see what he has there. Meanwhile, Late Learner going to the right. So that was strange. I saw... Did I just see him? Okay, I'm confused. I'm gonna wait that one out, because I'm not sure what just happened on Late Learner's screen. Alright, in the meantime, Beast and Mike both trying to get past this horrible area. 2 blowfish and 1 shark, all causing a tremendous amount of havoc. Late Learner unfortunately dying there. Alright, so Late Learner is in Turtle Zone. I could have sworn I saw Pumpkin Zone there for a second, and that's why I was confused. But he is in Turtle Zone. He's in a very annoying level. Especially with these physics, getting past these bees, not as kind as it normally would be with basic gravity physics. Alright, so Mike and Deer in the same level, Beast following up behind them. We are pretty much in the same situation we saw in the last race, except things are just much harder. The deaths just keep coming, and it's to be expected. Like, don't assume right away that the runners are just having trouble because they are doing things improperly. This is a hard mode rando with unfortunate physics, unfortunate scenarios, no power-ups that you want. It really is very challenging. Alright, so Deer finally getting through that one. Gets to Space Zone 1, and it is Space Zone 1. He is Luigi. You can see the unfortunate acceleration as Luigi puts him in the wrong position and he loses his power-up. So let's see how he advances further here and what route he takes. There are 2 exits here, top exit, bottom exit. He will most likely take the midpoint bell and then make a decision as to what he wants to do. So unfortunately, another set of money bags. There is the bell. He is not going to take the bell. He's going to go straight for the top exit. Let's hope it's correct. That would be pretty nice for him if he chooses that, and some of the other runners do not. Deer already has a pretty nice lead here, but honestly, it's really early, and it's a hard mode rando, so I wouldn't say too much at this point. So, 2 for 2 there. Deer taking 2 correct exits. Gets to the star level. No auto-scroller, which is good. Auto-scrollers are not all that great in this level. Especially when you don't have the normal space physics. So, it looks like this is moon physics. He has to be careful. He has to make sure he has at least 1 power-up to get through one of these blocks here. So, he can jump over this, just like that, but he's not going to be able to get past another part of this level unless... Oh, no! He has space physics. Okay, alright. Alright, I thought it was moon physics. This kind of psyched me out, but with space physics, it's fine. Easy level. Alright, so late learner going up through what is normally one of the Pumpkin Zone levels. Beast taking the wrong exit here, the bottom exit for Space Zone. He'll have to do a soft reset, go back in, and take the top exit. And Mike in a completely different level. I think he went somewhere else. He might have gone to Macro. I didn't really see. Alright, so something happened to Deer's resolution there. I'm not really sure. Okay, he's good now. It's kind of alternating. Don't worry about it. So that is his first golden coin. So that puts Deer in the lead. And that is the moon level. Alright, so late learner moving on to the simplest of moon levels here. Just simply trotting through. Nothing much to do here. He gets to the end, he goes through the door. Only 1 possible exit. Beast taking the top exit here. And he will advance towards Space 2. Meanwhile, Mike trying to get through this level. Without a power-up, he doesn't have much of a choice. Alright, so Deer finally makes it through this other level in Tree Zone. Mike taking the wrong route in Pumpkin Zone there. He'll have to do a soft reset and head on back. Meanwhile, Deer does have 2 exits here. Top exit, bottom exit. Which one does he choose? Probably top. I always go for top here. It's just a base feeling from doing glitchless runs. Late learner being cautious here as you need to be. And Deer, unfortunately, taking the wrong exit there. You will have to head back. And I don't know why it's actually switching off the pumpkin zone. You'll be in tree zone, then you'll see pumpkin zone. I'm not really sure why. So, I would think just ignore that. Oh, late learner, successfully navigates around those falling, I don't know what to call them. I guess you might call them divers? Something like that. Alright, so Beast gets his first coin. Let me make sure I have that marked down. Mike, unfortunately, succumbing to that bonefish there, loses his power-up, but we'll see what level is next for him. It's the ball level. Not a bad level. Could be some nice power-ups in this one, and shouldn't be too hard to navigate through, especially without being an auto-scroller and having normal physics. Has to be careful about those spikes, though. Meanwhile, Beast trying to get this power-up over here. Looks like he'll be able to grab it. Very nice. Deer in the gear level with space physics. I haven't seen this before. This is a first for me. It looks really silly. Yeah, this looks really silly. Alright, and late learner getting to the octopus boss. Kind of tough here with small Luigi. Has to be careful not to die. Alright, he's in good... okay. Good situation. Finishes off the octopus with no issues, and that is coin number 1 for late learner. Alright, so Beast taking the bottom exit. It's his only choice here. Let's see if he chooses correctly. He doesn't really, but I mean in macro zone it doesn't really matter because you can go either way. You just have to do an extra level. Unfortunately, he didn't have bunny ears there, so he could not do that strat. Alright, so Deer advancing through the gears level. Looks like Beast is in a pretty good situation here. Should get to the end of this very soon. Alright, so this level seems fairly straightforward for Beast. He's going to have to worry about the spikes, but he has a good power-up, so he can take some damage here. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully a good power-up here, and not money bags. Alright. Deer in an unfortunate auto-scroller here. Hopefully he gets through this without any big issues. And so for any of you who just joined, the reason that we skipped the tree level is because this is a hard mode randomizer with annoyances that were created by Slash on purpose. Oh, unfortunately Beast died there, so he'll have to go through that again. Alright, so Deer getting through this pretty well so far. He does get a Fire Flower there, which is pretty important, but just barely falls off that platform. Alright, so Mike carefully going through this piggy fight. We've seen him do this before, especially in the last run. Normal physics, shouldn't be too bad. 1, 2, and 3. So that is a golden coin for Mike. Alright, so each of our runners have 1 golden coin now. Beast getting very close to his second one. And, Late Learner in an interesting situation here. Very easy fight for Beast, so Beast once again, after oh dear being ahead in the first 10 minutes, Beast pulls ahead once again with his second golden coin. Alright, so he advances on to the pumpkin zone. No one wants to see the horrors that lurk in the tree zone. That was really something to see at the beginning. And anyone who missed that, I really feel bad, because one of the most interesting things I've ever seen in gaming in that tree zone. Anyway, Beast keeps going forward here. Pretty easy level, normal physics, not too bad in terms of spawns. Deer taking that bell, so he should be all set to continue on here. I believe this is going to be a mushroom power-up for him, and it is. Strange that Deer did not go for that power-up there, but maybe he already knows what it is. Meanwhile, Late Learner getting through this piggy fight, so this will be 2 coins for him as long as he makes it through. He looks to be in pretty good shape here. Has to be careful about this last hit. Okay, so he's good. So that is 2 for Late Learner, and the second one for Deer is coming up very soon. Wait a second. I thought Deer already had a coin. Alright, I'm confused. I'll remove that and add that one. Okay, maybe something happened. I'm not really sure. Oh, Deer game over. Okay, I didn't even notice that. That's unfortunate. Okay, so Deer is more behind than I thought. He can still catch up. Just needs to be pretty cautious about what he does. Alright, so Mike in a situation where he can take the top or bottom exit. He is going for the top exit here. Meanwhile, Beast in the gauntlet in Submarine. Has to be really careful here. 2 bullet bills at once. Unfortunately, the submarine ends up being the far right exit, so Beast will have to reset and go through that again. No gauntlet here. Anyone going through the gauntlet is just going to have to do submarine over again and head all the way to the right. Unfortunately, we don't have normal physics in submarines, so it's a little bit awkward. Alright, so Late Learner getting through these pipes up here. Hopefully this is the route he wants to take. And there we go. The correct exit. Unfortunately, he is in submarine, so we'll see how this pans out for him, what he chooses to do, I guess. Money bags for Beast there. And meanwhile, Mike gets his second golden coin. Right, so as expected, Late Learner does go for Gauntlet. He'll try to eke his way through here. Unfortunately, it's not going to result in anything too successful. Even if he did not die there, would not be too successful. So we'll see what he decides to do. Maybe he wants to go to the right. Maybe he doesn't want to go through the Gauntlet. Deer cautiously navigating his way through the star maze here. No auto-scroller today, just normal space physics and a very easy level. Pretty simple Tatanga fight, and that is coin number 2 for Deer. Unfortunately, Beast was a little bit low there, got killed by a broom. It happens to all of us. Tripped over a broom earlier today in my house. But he'll get through this again. Alright, so Late Learner unfortunately dying there. He'll have to go through again. Submarine is just so much of a nuisance, especially with this kind of a physics setup. Alright, so Deer heading to Macro Zone now. Should be a pretty simple level for him. Getting that power up there that we saw Beast get before. Very nice grab. Meanwhile, Late Learner also going to the same level as Deer is in, and Beast heading on over to the Witch fight. Should go pretty quickly. And there we go. Beast with his third golden coin, and he is in the lead. So Deer now kind of stuck in a level where you want to have bunny ears, but you don't, and you're just getting fire flower after fire flower, it looks like. Really nice jump there by Beast to just narrowly avoid losing his power up. Meanwhile, Mike does take a death there. Looks like he's gonna head back. Deer encountering a little bit of an issue here, but he'll be fine. Beast going through the fireplace level. Very cozy level for any of you that enjoy fireplaces. Please enjoy this level. Beast, be careful. There are 2 enemies here. The first one is not bad. The second one looks to be a little bit annoying, but not enough to actually kill him, so he's in good shape. Alright, so Beast going through the balls level. The balls level be pretty simple. As said before, just be wary about where these enemies are spawning and you should do just fine. The spikes are not randomized. If they were, that would make the level pretty tough. As Late Learner advances to the third stage in Macro Zone. Not a fun one without bunny ears, but he might be able to make it through this. Just has to be kind of cautious. Alright. So this jump here... Okay, that's good. Has to be very careful about the spikes. Should get a power-up here, I believe. Yep. So... Late Learner is in good shape. Beast moves on to Mario 3, which is a Pumpkin Zone level with unfortunate physics. I really don't like this for this level. This is going to make this pretty awkward once he gets over the stairs. He needs to be very careful here. Alright, so Deer onto the bookcase level. Normal physics, no auto-scrolling, should be pretty simple. And he'll have his third golden coin very soon. Meanwhile, Mike does take the wrong exit. He'll have to restart that level and take the alternate path out of there. So Late Learner and Deer are pretty much in the same situation right now. We'll see which one of these two gets through this first. It seems like Deer will. Well, Beast is carefully navigating through this awful, awful level. Good fight for Deer, and he grabs his third coin. Mike taking the bottom bubble exit there, heads out to the ant level, which is the gears level. Should be fairly easy since he has space physics. Just float through it, man. Alright, and Beast heading into his final level for this area. He'll have the piggy fight coming up, and his fourth coin, while Deer flutters through this monstrosity. What is this? What level is he in? I don't even know. Oh, I think I know what level this is. Yeah. So normally, this is a level you would not want. Oh, wait, no. I was wrong. Okay. Alright, so I think that was Mushroom Zone. Pretty sure. Alright, so once again, Beast has the correct power-up here. Really quick pigs fight. And... yeah, that's coin number 4. Alright, so Late Learner with this weird change in physics here, trying to figure out which path to take. Looks like he's going to take the top path. It's really annoying going through this honey or whale blubber or whatever it is with these physics, because you just kind of get stuck in it and you can't move forward. Alright, so Beast in this unfortunate level. The B level with moon physics, it looks like. Deer trying to get through this bonus level properly, but... oh, wait, he just wanted to reset, I think. Okay. So he wanted to power up and then, yeah, just resetting. Never mind. Alright, well, Late Learner goes to Space Zone 1, which is Space Zone 1. And Mike is just kind of stuck in limbo right now. Trying to get through that same level we saw Deer on not too long ago, so he can get his third coin. Alright, so Mike grabs that midpoint. Always important to grab these in hard mode randomizer. Beast moving on to one of the pumpkin zone levels. Late learner taking the option of the top path. I can't remember which one it is, if it's top or bottom here. I thought it was bottom, but I may be wrong. You can see how far forward Luigi moves, though. There's so much more forward momentum. Like, he has to be careful and kind of go backwards. Okay, so that was the correct exit for Late Learner. Very nice, so he'll be able to get his next coin pretty easily. This is a simple level. Normal space physics on the star zone, star area, whatever you want to call it. Beast taking the bottom, top. Looks like he's going to take the top exit. And Deer back in his bonus level. Probably just trying to get a power up. Two mushrooms and a money bag. Not bad. Oh, sorry, two flowers and a money bag, I should say. Not sure what happened to Deer's stream there. It seems like it might have locked up. Huh. Okay. So I hope Deer didn't lose progress there. Oh, Mike lost his coins. I didn't even realize. Okay. Thank you. Meanwhile, Beast does get his 5th coin here. I believe also Late Learner may have one more coin than I have listed. Unfortunately, Late Learner does die at the Tonga. Can be a little tough if you don't have all the power-ups. Alright, so Deer is now in the fireplace level. He should make it through this without any issue. Late Learner on 2nd try, no issue with the Tonga. So I believe this is his 3rd, 4th coin? Yes, so I did miss one for Late Learner. This is number 4. So we have Beast with 5, Late Learner with 4. I believe that Mike lost his coins during a reset. We'll see coming up. And I believe that Deer will have his 4th soon. Alright, so Beast heading through this level again, trying to find the correct exit. Meanwhile, Late Learner back at this level, which is full of nuisances like these sharks and the blowfish. Nice navigation through the ending of the balls level by Oh Dear there. Alright, so late learner now in this little gauntlet area, I guess you can call it. Has to be careful not to die here, but that is a heck of... Okay, so as Luigi, it's not an issue. Never mind. Alright, so he looks to be in good shape now. Goes down here, gets money bags, unfortunately. Has to be careful about the fish. And he should be all set. Oh. Grabs the bell. Honestly, a good move. Deer trying to get through this physics... Just the bad physics for this level. Just not good. Alright, so Deer will grab one of these power-ups here. Unfortunately, he did not grab anything and leaves. But he is in the final level of this area. Gets a carrot there, pretty nice. He doesn't really want a carrot here. He wants a fire flower, but I'm not sure if there's one in this level he can grab. Alright, so Mike should be coming up to the same boss that Deer will be fighting very soon. Mike has to be really careful. With Small Mario, this is no joke of a fight. This is probably one of the hardest ones. So, just take it slow. Don't do anything... Well, yeah, that's the pig fight with Small Mario. Deer unfortunately losing his bunny ears there. Should still get through this pretty easily. One more hit and he's all set. So that should be coin number 4 for Oh Dear. Meanwhile, Beast finishing off. The bird boss gets coin number 6. And he will be heading the castle. I am guessing that castle is not going to be nice to these runners, based on everything else I've seen in this rando so far. Anyone for moon physics? So Mike has bunny ears this time, making this a lot easier. He should be able to get through this and get his coin. And castle is normal physics, so nothing too crazy here, except for the big fireballs. Having bunny ears at the beginning is very advantageous. The Beast gets through this without much issue at all. Mike grabs what I believe is his first golden coin. It is. Oh Dear being very cautious here. I don't blame him. This is a very tough level with these kind of physics and with Small Mario. Nice navigation there by Deer. And Late Learner heading for another bonus level to see if he can get a good power-up. Beast has to be kind of cautious here, just navigating around these spiking balls, whatever you want to call them. I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, he does fall down into the lava there, so he will have to redo that again. However, Beast does have a pretty commanding lead right now, so I wouldn't be worried about anything too much. I'm also not sure what that easy mode stuff is. We can talk to him about that later. Nice jump there. Barely avoiding that fireball. Looks like Late Learner is heading through this auto-scroller to get to the bird boss. Mike going through this level, which is normally Tree 2. And Oh Dear heading through what is normally Pumpkin 2, I believe. Alright, so Late Learner seems to be in a good situation here. Should get to the bird boss very quickly. Just has 3 or 2 platforms here. Cloud and an owl. Alright, so that's coin number 5 for Late Learner. Very nice. Alright, so Beast makes it through the castle. He is at Wario 1. Should be a pretty simple group of fights here. This stuff is usually much harder if you have a physics change, obviously, but since there's no physics change in the castle, the fights for Wario don't really change. You just need to do what you usually do in a glitchless run. Alright, so the final 3 hits on Wario here. That is 1, 2, and 3. GG to Beast for another victory. An official SRL time of 43:22. Congrats for first place. Alright, so Late Learner heading downward. He's probably looking for a power-up down there. Does not get what he wants. Might get what he wants up here. We'll see what this power-up is. Alright, so simply a star.
Hello.
Hey, Beast. So, that one didn't seem too bad either, right?
It started bad, yeah. No, Tree Zone 1 was hard without the power up.
Yeah, so everyone kind of went around that and came back later.
Yeah. Yeah, with the right power ups, most levels were pretty doable.
Yeah. I expected something pretty bad at Castle, but Castle was basic.
Yes. Nothing unusual in the castle, that's true.
Yeah, so there were some unfortunate things. I think I saw some moon physics where you really did not want them, but besides that, everything else seemed okay. And of course, Tree 1.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, I think I just got through pretty good.
Yeah.
I tried a new strategy for the castle too. I don't know if you've noticed.
Which one is that?
After I died the first time, I reset the game and switched to easy mode.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I actually mentioned that.
Um,
I have no idea what switching to easy mode does.
Yeah, so since this is randomizer, you're not guaranteed to get any power-ups in the castle, and the phases you have to fight in the end need 2 hits usually, and that can be a bit risky if you're small Mario. But on easy mode, they die in 1 hit,
Oh, okay.
and I wanted to try that, so I switched to easy mode, and easy mode also spawns less enemies, like certain
Okay.
ones. So they were missing fireballs in the first room, for example. So I had a way easier time to get through that.
Okay.
What I didn't know before, that's why I died the second time in the castle, that those propeller platforms.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one room moved way slower, so I just jumped like I'm used to, and the platform wasn't there.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I guess Slash is okay with that going to easy mode. I don't know how the other runners think about that.
I
don't know if
think
anyone's
we've
gonna say
talked
anything.
about that before.
Okay. All right.
Like someone did it a few weeks ago, I think.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, and those propeller platforms, I think, actually lose a lot of time too, so time-wise it's not really saving, it's just a bit safe, I would say.
Yeah, it's safe strats. So we actually switched off to Rave here, where your feed was, and Rave is as well, so he should be getting second place here, it looks like.
So you're also not using my audio anymore, right?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, so I can actually open the stream myself.
Alright, so Rave coming up to Wario 1. Should be a pretty easy series of fights once again. Deer and Late Learner still stuck in submarine hell. Reminder that submarine does not have normal physics. Mike's searching for some power-ups as he heads back into Tree 1, I believe. Oh no, sorry, Tree 5 actually. And Rave coming down to the final fight here. So 3 hits and he should have second place. And there it is. GG to Rave for second.
Also, I think it was kind of interesting to see that Late Learner and Odia were on the same level, but took wrong exits.
Yeah.
Different exits. Also, I was pretty happy that I could play Mario this time. The last 2 weeks, I think, I played as Luigi because no one else wanted to.
Yeah, it looked kind of awkward in some levels. I saw the forward momentum that Luigi had. And I wouldn't have been able to deal with it properly.
Yeah, I mean, he's faster and jumps further, higher.
Yeah.
But when you're not used to him, you also lose time. That's
You just die when you don't want to, basically.
yeah. And then you are like wiggling around because you're not sure if you can actually make the jump and stuff.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Hey, Rave, Gratz on the second
Rave.
place.
Thank you.
Any comments on any of the levels? I know we saw a few bad ones there, like Tree 1,
Oh,
and also Submarine kind of annoying. Some
indeed.
other levels like that.
I'll say, the moment I saw Tree 1, I couldn't go through it because I needed a power up. I went the other route, which I normally don't do. I went the inverted way, like
Yeah.
to go through Turtle first. And I'm surprised myself when I got to Pumpkin, which had the submarine level, and I got through the gauntlet first try, even though it wasn't the right exit. I went with the Bunny Mario,
Yeah.
I lost it to get to the gauntlet, and I just managed to get through first try. So then I just did the rest. I didn't encounter anything wrong with Tree. Sure, the auto scroller on the boss level, but that wasn't too hard. Everybody was raving about how hard the Tree was.
I think it was just because of heading into it immediately without having anything, any power-ups at the beginning.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, the carrot makes that level super easy.
Yeah, I didn't have. I think I had the flower and then I lost it, so I went as Small Mario and I still managed. But what I was lucky with is after I went all the way around and I got to Tree 1, I actually got a star on the moment that you would have to lose your power up to go through the shark, and I killed the shark with a star.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It was funny.
Calculated.
All right, so we see, believe, Late Learner just got past the witch fight.
He should be going to castle after that.
Yeah.
Let's hope he does it.
Alright, I'm having a bit of trouble loading the game feed here, so I can't really see anything that's going on. Hopefully I can pull up something, maybe on Twitch.
Ross just entered the castle and died. Dia just finished the witch. And Dia got all his coins too. Oh, Ross is going back.
What?
Probably going to the casino for power.
Casino. Alright.
This gives Dia a lot of time to catch up, actually.
Those
Dia
should
chose
be.
race between those two now.
Yeah, they should be entering castle at the same time almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost screen by
According
screen.
to the screen feed, yes. So it's not only that every death matters, no, actually playing the castle matters too. But Ross has the power-up advantage and Luigi, at least for the running speed.
Indeed. If he doesn't just died.
Yep. Well played, Ross.
Oh, they both died.
Well, it looks like they're both having issues, so
Woo!
it's fine.
It's gonna be
But
fun.
I think, yes, Dia soft reset, so he would actually keep his lives. Ross has to do that now too, or he will start back at 0 coins,
Oh yeah, that's true.
if he doesn't remember. Oh,
Ooh. Oh, there it goes. There it is.
so one thing you can do when that happens, that both flames are big, is try to spawn the second flame a bit later, or at a specific time.
Actually, oh yeah, when there's two big flames.
Yeah. So that stuff doesn't, or like rush through like Dia just did.
I normally just wait, be a bit more patient, and stand on the right side of the platforms where the fireballs don't kill you.
Oh, and Ross is going back for another power up. This is Dia's chance.
Indeed. And now we're doing the commentary. I'll shut up.
All right, so I have to take a phone call. Since it's 9 o'clock, I already told someone I would call them. If you guys don't mind continuing, just doing some color commentary or something like that.
Oh, sure. I was already commentating on how we were doing that without being asked.
Yeah. Right. So
Yeah,
thanks
you also
for.
said that you have problems with the feed right now. So
Yeah, I can't seem to see the mixer feed, so
yep.
not really sure what's going on, but hopefully delayed commentary is better. Commentary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
Right.
Dia just got the carrot.
Yeah.
See a typo.
All right.
Alright.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone in chat watching, and
Thank you to you as well.
Yep, so Deer's almost done now. The world record holder of this game shouldn't have any problems at this part, because this is not randomized anymore.
Indeed. Just the last power up, but that doesn't really matter since he's going as Big Mario.
Yeah. And there's always backup power-ups after each fight.
I'm seeing Mike thread back on that moon level. Oh, went to get something. Yes.
Ross is on his way now too. But
Yes.
he can't catch up to Deer anymore if Deer doesn't mess up now.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, he's already done, as I see in the SRL channel.
Yeah, that would be very unlikely to see Deer mess up Wario 3. But we might see Late Learner mess up Wario 3. Or any of the Warriors as he's done before.
Yeah, and you can also see Late Learner did not damage boost to lose his carrot, so he has to hit every phase twice, while Deer damage boosted, so he could just spin jump them to save time.
And we have him here, I guess.
Hello there.
Hello.
GG
Congrats
to the
on
both
third.
of you.
Deer.
We didn't even realize that you were done, Beast. We just,
That's why I left.
we just heard you. Yeah, be right back. So, huh? What's he doing? Nobody
Indeed,
checked the race channel.
I noticed that Beast finished, but then I didn't see anyone say GG, so I just, alright, nobody really wants to acknowledge that.
Yeah, it dawned on us like 4 minutes later. Oh wait, there's a message in the race channel.
By
GG
the way,
late.
Deer, you probably got ahead of Ross because he played as Luigi, I would say. He entered the castle before you, died,
Mhm.
and then he went to the casino to grab a power-up. And then, at least on the stream, you were like half a second difference only. And then you both died twice, I think. But he went back to get another power-up instead, while you played the castle. So that was basically the deciding factor in the end.
Yeah,
He
it
went
was horrible
back a second
timing
time.
for us castles.
Oh, he's here. Good game.
Yeah, the
He's
first room was a bit tough. I can see how you can die there several times, but I
easy
guess I
with
got
carrot.
through.
I was probably stressed out for over half of that whole run. It didn't help.
So, Ross, did you hear what I just told Deer?
Yeah, and I knew that anyway because I was ahead of him. He took.
Ah, okay, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. What you were talking about in the other channel.
Yeah.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
Though we are
Ah.
doing
But it
the
was
last
nice
bits
to
of
watch.
commentary.
I guess so. Yeah, Typo had to leave, I guess.
Yeah, he had to make a phone call, he said.
Oh.
Oh, and actually, I just realized I did the entire star level thinking that it was moon physics. I went in as Small Mario and I did a jump and I felt like it was moon physics and then I said, oh, I need a power up, and then I just went back to moon level.
Yeah,
to
I
get the
realized
power up.
at that one star pillar that you can just so jump over with moon physics, and I realized, oh, I'm not coming down here. I guess I have space physics, not moon physics.
Yep, I realized that as well. Oy,
Bamboozled.
I was bamboozled.
Pull up the restream.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say if you pick up the definition of bamboozled, you would appear.
Probably.
Some well-deserved cold tea. I think I get this chance to thank everyone from watching the Randomania channel. I never got the chance to thank them. So GG to you guys.
I salute Mike for still going.
Oh, see, there we go. We were wondering about what the Randomania 2 channel is used for. There we have it in chat.
Oh,
Zelda 1 randomizer going on at
Nice.
Randomania 2. While we were waiting for Mike to finish.
Mhm.
So Mike has one coin left.
I want to
And
go
it's-
back
it's-
to... Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No, continue. I wasn't gonna add anything to...
I was just saying that Mike still has the probably worst zone I have encountered in a long time again. So let's
I
the
had
finish
no
pumpkin
problems
zone.
with Pumpkin Zone.
Come on. I mean, you could not find the right power up for Pumpkin Zone 2, which is Necro Zone
Fire
1
flower?
in Pumpkin Zone.
I already had it. We
Yeah, that's
entered the
good. Good on you.
level. So I have no clue about
Yeah.
the power-ups in that level.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, he
please,
did it.
There you.
He should
there
not
you go.
lose his power-up now, but okay. He's in. He got it now.
Yeah, I went back and forth.
What was Pumpkin 1 again?
I don't remember. Something bad.
Is he about to give up because of this level?
Okay, for everyone who has watched this last week, you know about Mike's special relationship with this level, and especially the section he's in right now with the shark and the tight spot. Let's see
Oh,
if
he
he's.
made it.
Oh, he gets his revenge.
Oh, he's choosing to not go for the gauntlet first. That was
In
good
this
in this
case,
seat, right?
that's a smart. Well, I shouldn't call it smart decision, but it's a good decision here.
So many bullet bills here.
Yeah, you have to know how to handle bullet bills in this particular seat. There were a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ross and you were playing this level at the same time too, but you got the wrong exit while he got the right one, and he died.
Yeah, I was listening to what he was saying. So he got the wrong exit right before me, and at that
Must
point
have been
I
before
just
started watching the stream.
yeah. At that point I just said, okay, I know it's the wrong exit. I just want to get through now. Want to beat this gauntlet.
I never even made it to the wrong exit. I just gave up.
Oh,
That's how sad that was. And thankfully it was the right
I
exit.
think it wasn't even the hardest gauntlet.
I'm happy to say I managed to go through the gauntlet first try, even though it was the wrong.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, what was one of, as I was saying, was one of those cases where you just have to know how to handle the bullet bills. If you stand within one
Yeah.
tile of them, before or after them, left or right of them, they don't shoot. They just stand there. The way Mike is playing this, he might not be aware of that. Like he's going around them in big circles, which he doesn't need to. It doesn't matter if you stand next to, like right next to them, or a level or a few tiles below or above them. As long as you're within one tile horizontally, they will not shoot.
Sorry to say something a bit off topic, but on the corrupted ROM that I have, that has no enemies, power-ups, and actually, silly enough, you get stuck if you go to the lottery. It's the turtle boss level. You can't do. You just can't get up to that platform right in the beginning without the owl and your small Mario.
Yeah. See.
By the way, dear, what was your problem with the bird level? I assume you just didn't have a good power-up?
I didn't really have a huge problem with it, but I guess I lost lives before, and then Luigi was part of my problem. That was when I was still dedicated to playing this with Luigi, which I gave up on at the end. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I just didn't pay attention. like losing some frames.
Unless you do the bubble glitch, I guess.
Okay, Mike made it through. No, he can't make it up to those platforms with moon physics out of the water.
And
Okay,
for
yes.
new level, suddenly the frames are back.
Interesting. He has 3 lives. He should make it through this level. Oof! Don't jump into brooms. It's always bad.
Yeah, that's why I died once in that level, actually. I
Yeah,
didn't die
whenever
high-
you
I
see a
didn't jump high
broom,
enough.
whenever there is a broom, you can always just run under it.
Yeah, except when you go to the top here.
It's true.
Like Mike demonstrates.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, enemies have this property that they just keep jumping, I guess, and if they go through a platform from below, there's another platform, then their cycle is off.
Yeah, it's like jumping with a carrot and holding the jump button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Have a good night,
Right.
Ross.
Good night, Ross.
Thanks for the race.
Good night.
Bye bye.
How, Mike? How did... No. I think that's something I did last week as well. Turned around and...
At least he grabbed the bell.
Yeah. But he's at one life now. He should already soft reset at this point, just to be sure to not miss it when it matters. You can play this section that he's in here right now, where he tries to avoid the pits with the pipes. You can play that rather consistently. The distance between the pillars is
It was risky.
exactly the length of a full jump, so you can go
Yeah.
through at full speed. Yeah, nice witch fight here. That first hit was something crazy. Let's see how he deals with the castle. Room 1 is the most difficult part of this castle. Just the big fireballs on the small piranha plants. As soon as you see that happening, you just want to like leave the small piranha plants real quick behind you, because you don't have much time to stand on them. It was the nice thing about the seed before. You had the invincibility star
Yeah.
right at the beginning.
The one that ruined my 99
Mhm.
kills on faces.
It helped me get 99 kills actually, because I died once and then
Oh.
I had exactly the right amount of kills second time through. So Mike at 0 lives now. He should soft reset right now.
He did
Please.
soft reset.
Okay.
Hope he remembers to do it again.
And he's leaving. He's going for a carrot there. It's a smart decision in this case.
The best power for the first room.
You still have to maneuver through the big spiky balls.
Yeah.
Can be tricky sometimes. Like you get impatient because you feel like you're doing something slower and you want to go fast, and then, well, it doesn't really matter at that point anymore. As long as he gets past the piranha plant section here, he will be safe.
He should be safe, yes.
Oh, and I just found another level that you can complete. That's Mario 2. On the very last part, you don't have the enemy with the ball, and you can't damage boost, and you can't super jump to the platform.
Oh. But he removed the
Ah.
soft reset. Or at least he's... Yes.
And right there, he was small Mario, and the speedrun strat is to jump into that wall and turn back, so that you spawn the second moving platform earlier. And I think he knows that strat. I'm pretty sure he does. So he should use that instead of waiting for the platform and then jumping on it as it leaves.
Oh, he almost fell down there.
Let's just pretend he wanted to take 2 hits. That was his plan all along. So let's see if he goes for the quicker strat here, or maybe he's not aware of it. He might not be. Maybe he just feels safer with this one. Okay, and the last room, or the last floor, will be easygoing if he does grab this carrot, which he does. But sometimes these platforms, if the normal platforms are replaced by the skull platforms, they have a smaller hitbox, so you have less space to stand on. I think that's what can give people trouble. But I think it happened to Ross earlier that he had trouble with that room because they also can be closer to the ceiling. Or at least they appear to be closer because they are not falling down.
Grabbing that last money back.
It's important. Gets him to 171 coins. What? Why does he have so little coins?
Because
So
he
few
gambled a lot. Maybe.
He only played the 30 coins game. It's interesting. I like that tiny carrot that Wario gets there.
Yeah. Better than half a carrot.
So yeah, that's a fix
Also-
that Torres made, because otherwise it would just be half a tile or a quarter of a tile. So he put in this custom sprite.
And that's it for Mike.
GG.
GG.
Pulling through. Alright, I guess this is it for this stream. There will be Zelda 1 randomizer later here. No, wait. Postponed. I see. Zelda 1 has been postponed, and there will be Final Fantasy rando right here. Sometime soon. Yeah, I am Typo, and I hope you enjoyed this. We will be back next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the next SML2 rando race. Yeah, hope to see you soon. Have a good one.
I wish everybody a good night as well as I leave.
And thanks for watching.